Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Yeah, how are we doing today? Alfred Ukane here again, and today I am going to be discussing about value addition in the agri-food sector with Jerry Toby, and together we're going to be looking at value addition. How do you add value to agricultural produce to maximize profits, to maximize the potentials? I know most of us have been hearing the let me add it up again. I know most of us have been hearing the fact that people are saying government diversify the economy into agriculture. We want people to be in the we want people to invest in agriculture. Everybody's hearing investment in agriculture, diversify the economy. Let's do agriculture in a big way, right? So when you hear those diversification, you need to understand one language. Every time you hear agriculture, what you should be thinking of is food. Food. Every single time that you hear agriculture, always think about food. So if you go to the malls in developed countries, you will see all kinds of products on their shelf, all kind of food and food products on their shelf, right? If it is maize, for example, you will see canned maize, you see sweet canned maize, you will see ordinary canned maize, you see maize with preservative, you see maize without preservatives, you will see different type of maize, right? Even popcorn you will see, because what a value chain essentially means is that is all what processing means. When we talk about it in line with value chain, we mean all the items, all the products that can come out of Jerry. Hi, I can hear you. I just sent you another invite. All the products that can come out from a particular agricultural produce. That's what we mean when we say value addition, you know. And guess what? If you don't add value to products, you will never maximize profit. Shite Foods, thank you so much for joining. You can never maximize profit if you do not add value to agricultural produce, right? So when you hear, oh, farmers are poor, and now you begin to look at companies that are adding value to agricultural produce, you now begin to look at Olam, you begin to look at Dangote, you begin to look at all the different, in fact, look at your kitchen right now. Look at your kitchen. I can't hear you, Jerry. I can't hear you. It seems like you are not on the live. I just sent you another invite right now, Jerry, if you can hear me. Yeah, AY Fish Technology, thank you for joining. So if you go to your kitchen in your house right now and then you look at your shelf or your store, you are going to see different products from Maggi to salt to Gino or tin tomatoes to seasoning that you are using, thyme, curry, different type of spices. All these are all food and food products that we consume on a daily basis. So when we say value addition, we are essentially talking about food. We are talking about the creativity that people bring, to add value to agricultural products and then put them in usable formats, small usable formats, and scale it to different parts of the world. Right, Jerry? Thank you so much for joining. Today has been a hassle with between us and Instagram.
Damn. I became a learner.
I know it's always like that. We are all accustomed to one platform, right? I know
Yeah.
you are very huge on Twitter, right? But I hope that very soon I'll be able to do this on multiple platforms at a time, on the go. I'll just do it on multiple platforms. But while I'm working on that, I feel like Instagram is a a very robust place to have this type of conversations. If not, I would have said LinkedIn is the place, because it's very corporate, But I want to really connect with people socially, right? Socially,
Mm-hmm.
so it does not have to be business all the time. So that was why I
Mm-hmm.
chose Instagram. If I'm not doing Instagram, probably I'll be doing TikTok, right? So, but I, TikTok is massive, right? So I
Well,
hope that
I'm
we're
not.
able
I'm
to do
not
this
on
on
TikTok. I'm not on TikTok, so I
you're
don't
not
really know
on TikTok.
that.
Voila for
I
businessmen.
tell you.
Okay, Jerry, we have. we have a couple of people on the call. I want them to meet you. Kindly introduce yourself, to the platform, and then we'll take it up from there.
Yeah, I believe you can hear me clearly and loud and clear.
Yes, loud and clear. Yeah.
Yeah, so my name is Jerry Toby, popularly known as the Chief Farmer of Africa. I am a serial entrepreneur, but particularly an agripreneur that has found love and passion for agriculture, feeding the globe. Not just because I desire to just do this, but not just as a culture, but indeed as a business, indeed to make money out of it. I'm not here to come and do child's play. I'm here to make money from it, and indeed I'm here to solve problems. Particularly, what got me interested into agriculture was solving problem. I'm a graduate of Obafemi University. I studied economics and political science. I studied philosophy also.
Oh, wow.
I studied that three course, and I did not even pick out of the three course to go and do. I now went to agriculture. So I discovered I discovered passion in solving one of the three areas that in life that is very important: food. Out of that was food, housing, and
Shelter.
food, shelter, and clothing. I knew that food was very
Right.
important. You might, in war, you might lose your house, you might even lose your clothes, but you will not lose what you will eat. So it was very important for me to know
Yeah.
that I want to solve a problem of food. Happy in this joining you on this piece. So briefly, I'm a child of God. I'm a Christian. I don't joke with that. I'm a Christian. I
Ah, ah. I,
I don't
I,
take
see- I see the way you carry it everywhere on
I
Twitter.
try.
I am a
I'm a
Christian.
Christian. I'm a child of God. I believe so much in the Holy Spirit leading, and I'm happy to tell you that um, I've worked with quite a number of farmers, over 4,000 if I'm counting, over 4,000 to 5,000 farmers across Nigeria. I've not only traveled to only 8 states as far as I'm concerned. I know I've traveled to almost all the part of Nigeria, the main 8 states, some part of the country, so outside the country. So I've had opportunity. Agriculture has taken me places. I can tell you that it has made me meet people, and I'm
Yeah.
happy. I'm a farmer, and I am called the Chief Farmer of Africa.
Of Africa. Awesome. Awesome. So Jerry, today we're looking at value addition, right? We're looking at value addition. When people hear agriculture, the first thing that comes to their mind is farming. And I tell
Mm-hmm.
them that is a misconception in itself. Because as a layman, the first thing that should come to your mind is food when you hear of agriculture, right? But because of the perception that has been painted, the first thing that comes to the mind of people is farming. And most of them also think that, oh, in fact, the farming that they are looking at is small scale farming, poverty stricken farming.
Yeah.
So now we want to introduce them now to a new part of agriculture, which is value addition, which is processing, which is manufacturing or
Mm-hmm.
agro manufacturing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in your own term, what is value addition?
Yeah. So for me, you really said something very right. Value addition from the word value addition. It's as simple as adding value. I'm as simple as on adding value to that normal
Yeah,
thing that everybody has taken. As simple as your tomato, the same tomato you buy in the market, farm it, taking added that same substance, either adding either by making it dry, either by converting it into a paste, either by creating maybe tomato juice, either by adding a little thing, just something different from the normal way it is being produced. So I have my carrots now.
yeah,
I have my carrot. I just decided, okay, I don't want the carrot to just look the same, just to sell my carrot. I farm it, I put it and sell it. No, I want to add value to my carrot. And I decided to say, okay, I'm going to just be dicing this carrot. When I dice it, wash it, dice it, and package it. That's value addition. As simple as your vegetable. Oh, everybody is selling in what they call a four or a wedu in the market. And I decided to say, oh, no, I don't want to do my wedu like that. I want my wedu to be packaged in leather, look for a branded leather, pick up this ewedu and add it. And I'll be honest with you, value addition is any more money than whatever you have made. So if you are an harvest product, you are earning more money than what you should have. I don't know if you get that point. Any more money
Yes.
from your farm product. That's simple.
Yes. I think we should really emphasize it. I think we should really emphasize that. See, there's a video I did maybe sometime in 2022 or 2023 where I said, I was asking a question. I said, where is the money in agriculture? Right? And I now answered that the money is in processing. Is in processing. Processing creates access to markets. Adding value to the raw state creates access to market for the farmers in a commercial scale or at a commercial scale, for them to throw in out. You can see a processing plant that is doing maybe 5 tons per hour, 10 tons per hour, and you'll be shocked, right? And this is a produce that may have taken months or even years, to produce the raw materials. However, a processing company can just turn that into a finished product at the shortest possible time. Now, I want to say this before we continue. If we have a lot of manufacturing or agro-processing company in Nigeria, one of the major things that it will do for us is job creation, right? Job creation. Most of our agro-manufacturing companies will have to operate 24 hours, right? If they employ 24 hours and they are doing a shift of 8 hours per day, you'll find out that a single role needs at least 3 people to occupy that role. So you can find a simple agro-manufacturing company or food manufacturing company that is employing 30,000 people, 50,000 people, 60,000 people, right?
Yeah.
Because these people are needed to man a particular part of the factory, right?
Before you ask your question, let me add this.
All right.
I wish, can I quickly just tell my story? I think I'm just agitated to tell you something. Yeah, so
please.
For the past, I've been in the agriculture industry for more than hear me? Alfred, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, so
I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, so basically, I've been in the industry for the past, the commercial industry for the past, let me say, 7 to 8 years. Yeah, 7 to 8 years now. And in these past 7 years, I've been farming. When I say farming production, I've been going into potato production, over 40 hectares, rice production, over 100 to 300 hectares. I've done maize, I've done beans, I've done soya, I've done ginger, I've done turmeric. And I asked myself this question. We employ, maybe we do over 500 farmers, we empower them. Do you know that when we process something like our ginger, when we farm our ginger, we have, when we add the value, let me tell you the only single value addition Nigerian does is to say we have added it, we slice it. After we slice it, we now give all our job to people in Asia, in Vietnam. They carry all our job. When we take it in that raw form, they carry all our job. Because when I hear the price, I was wondering one day, a customer called me from Europe and told me that, Jerry, how much are you selling your ginger to an Asian man? I told him around $1,500 to $2,000. He said, do you know how much an Asian man sells to the Europe and American market? He said around 6,000 to 7,000. I was shocked.
Wow.
He said all they did was to employ people, wash it again, slice it, turn it to powder, turn it to oil, and they have over 500 people, more than 1,000 people they're employing. And I imagine, so those other women that we did not employ, this were the job opportunity they miss. Why don't I add value to Why don't I add value to this and add value to this and ensure that when I add value to this, employ more people? And I'm telling you today, I'm not using it. I'm thanking God for that. That indeed I'm employing more people beyond farming. More people. We have more clerical staff. We have more production staff. We have scientists. We have a chemist, there are biochemistry students, we have microbiology students that are doing research, we have people that that want to do internship and say, oh, we want to learn more, adding more employment, creating more job opportunity. Value addition beyond
Yeah.
making money is creating more job opportunity. I think I've given more addition,
Job
more listen.
opportunity.
Continuing.
No, it's true. It's true. It's simple truth. Because, in fact, Jerry, there was a time that I was supposed to export catfish, right? And I was just doing my research around the catfish industry, around the standards and all of that. And guess what they told me at that time? They told me that the catfish that is being brought into the UK is coming from the Caribbean. So what they do is that they move, yes, they move the catfish from Nigeria or different African countries and move them to the Caribbean and repackage it in the Caribbean before they move it to the UK and the
Exactly,
EU. That's
exactly
what they
what they
do.
do. Exactly what
That's
they do in Nigeria and some of
what they do.
our ginger. Exactly.
Ginger, you name it, ginger. Oh, do you know that we have a Niger moi moi? We have a Niger moi moi that is canned like our tin tomatoes, and that it has that top cover that looks like the cover of beer, right? You can just remove it easily. It's called Niger moi moi. It is made by the Lebanese in the Caribbean.
Do you
I saw it in Port Harcourt. I looked at the label very well. It is made by the Lebanese in the Caribbean. Right? Samuel, thank you so much for joining. I'm
yeah.
telling you, bro.
Uh, it's
So
pathetic.
we need to understand that every time we put our raw materials, whether it be cocoa, whether it be yam, whether it be rubber, whether it be oil palm, every time we move it from Nigeria to another location to process it, we have succeeded in moving jobs to that location for other people to be gainfully employed, to add more value to it, and then to sell it back to the world and to us, right?
Exactly.
Because most of
Exactly.
these things, you guys bring it back to us and we buy it at a higher price, right? So there is need for all of us to add value to what we're doing.
Exactly.
So Jerry, if I am a farmer, we are talking about value creation, value addition, and we have established in this video now that if you add value, you make more profit. If you add value, you create more jobs. And the third thing we have not said about the importance of value addition, if you add value, you increase the shelf life, right? You increase the
Yeah.
shelf life of the particular product.
Exactly.
If you add value, you now create multiple products. Sometimes the waste becomes an input in another industry. So there
Exactly.
are a lot of advantages of value addition.
Addition.
So what I want to ask you, Jerry, is that for someone who wants to start an agro processing company or value addition company, what does that person need to do, or what does he need to know?
Okay. So as simple as I'll list it. You can see me looking up. I wrote down something so that I won't forget.
Right.
It's very, very important for you, as simple as ABC. You know, it's personal. It's very, very personal, and I think Alfred, we are consultants, so we are doing free consultation.
I'm telling
Exactly.
you,
Yeah.
free consultation.
So if you are on this platform, you are enjoying free consultation, what people pay hundreds of thousands for. And if you want deeper one, we can give
I'm
you.
telling
So
you.
for you to start an agro processing facility, please just give me a minute. Just a minute, please.
Okay. All right. So, guys, let's give Jerry just a minute to fix the light issues or whatever issues he has. By the way, I forgot to mention, Jerry is actually in a factory right now that he wants to set up for a client. And then I will ask him to tell us more about it. He's in a factory and he held a meeting today with Nafdac and people from Standard Organization of Nigeria, and then just going to share more details about the work that he's doing in his current location. That is why he's not in his house resting like I am in my own house resting, right? So this is the work that we do for the sector, for the agri-food sector. This is the work that we do to bring foods in usable formats, to create value, to create job, to create wealth, for the entire sector and for Nigeria as a whole. So when we are clamoring that people should invest in agriculture, this is one of the investment that we need to do. Welcome back, Jerry.
Yeah, thank you very much. I had what you said. Yeah.
Okay.
So basically,
All right.
as simple as what do you need to know to start a food agro process? Number one, you need to understand the product you want to go into. One of the greatest quotes Dangote has been, whatever business you want to do, understand that business. That's number
Yeah.
one. You need to understand what products you want to go into. If you want to go into yam chips production, understand from the end to end value chain. Number two, I will advise you, go to the market to know if the market needs it. You might wonder
Yeah.
why I'm saying go to the market first. It is very important because you know that the market determines whatever you're going to give it. You don't determine what the market will produce. You don't
True.
determine for the market.
True.
You determine what the market determines what they need.
What? Yeah.
So notice this. If you want to produce anything, go and ask the market. Market, do you need such a good? If I produce such a good, do you think it is welcomed? Do you think people are ready to accept it?
At what price are you
At
willing
what
to pay to
price are
get
you
this
willing to
product?
this thing? Many reasons why many agro processing facility has closed down today is because the market is not accepting it. They don't know the price
Yeah.
to give the market. They don't know
Yeah.
what kind of packaging the market needs. They do something
Yeah.
because they like it, personal emotion and everything. No, you create
Thank
what the
you.
market desire, so that when the
Yeah.
market sees it, he adopts it, he accepts it. And that's the problem of a lot of agri-tech problem. And I tell people, I say you produce a lot of technology that is not market adaptive. True, yeah. You produce a lot of market, so you do an
Yes,
app
it's true.
at the back of your house, and after you do it, you do not go and say, you now start saying, can you use it, start forcing people and training people. No, people know what they need. When you go there, it's very easy for you to train them. So,
Yeah.
secondly, after you discover this thing, go and discover where your raw material is going to be constant.
Ah, this
Availability,
one. This one. This one.
availability of your raw material is key to your sustainability of your production. I'm going to repeat it.
Yes.
Availability of your raw material is key to the sustainability of your production or processing. So
True.
I've said, first, understand the business of what you want to go into. Don't go and buy machine,
Yeah.
no. Don't go and start producing, no. Understand the business. Number two, do your market research. Number three,
Yeah.
I said, understand your raw material. Go and know where your raw material will get from.
Are
Number
coming
four,
from.
number four, go and ensure that you register a name that is easy to pronounce. I did my name search. After doing my name search, no, I first do name search of what I wanted. I checked it online, and I went to the pub. If you hear something, what do you think it looks like? I asked different set of people. I asked the Christian, I asked the Muslim, I asked the youth, I asked the adults, I asked the children. I did name research. So do your name research, then register your name quickly. Don't miss that.
Yeah.
Register your name quickly before you start production. So register your name quickly. Secondly, start very, very small. Put your hands in your ear. Start very, very
Very,
small.
very small.
Many people
Awesome.
Many people have billions of money in their bank account and think that, oh, I'm retiring. I have 12 million naira guarantee. I want to go and buy machines. I'll go and buy 4 grinders, this, go and get 4 packaging machines. Hey, calm down. Your grinder doesn't determine you will get your certificate. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Your machines
Yeah.
doesn't determine. you need to start very small, small, small. If you want to fail small.
Yes, true. If you want to fail small, you regroup again and you go again. It's
Exactly.
easier.
Not you
It's
failing and saying,
easier.
not you failing in losing 5 billion naira and now saying, the people agric industry is the worst industry ever. No, because you want to start big. It is because
Big,
you want
yes,
to
it's
start big.
true.
Exactly. So
It's true.
start
It's
very, very small. Second, after this part, then you now start. When I say start small, you then start maybe going to buy, start from a very little scale, get your bottles, get your little sachets. If you want to go maybe from sachet production, you might get a pouch first. Let people taste your product, let people even know your products. Go to back to the market and say, oh, do you remember I came to meet you, this thing. Do you remember I asked you this question? This is the product I did. What do you think about it? If they say, oh, go and change this, go and change this, go and change this, you will know what to do.
Yeah.
So then it's good to export. Yes, everybody want to export. It's very good to export. Very nice to export. But the question is, have you even tried to do some local sales and it's accepted? You try to do
Because
what
it
do you
is
say
the
now?
people here
Eh?
that you are going to service there.
What do you
It
say?
is the people who are living here that you are going to service there.
Exactly. Exactly. So you know that, oh, you understand it. Then quickly, let me tell you this secret. It's a secret to hear it. Oh. Before you start Before you start constructing factory, go and look for a brother in Nafdac. Don't
Yes,
construct
so
factory finish, now for Nafdac. You will destroy everything, oh.
yeah. They
So
will start breaking
you
rooms,
will break,
condemning
oh.
equipment and machines.
You will break, oh. If you don't put, it's just like I was telling somebody today. I said the case is just like somebody that want to marry, and your wife don't like the house, maybe your toilet to be, or maybe your wife doesn't like dustbin to be inside the room. You have now bought a
Yeah.
very expensive gold dustbin, and you say, oh, my wife will just see that dustbin and I throw our clothes inside, and your wife come and you say, I don't like dustbin inside the room, can we put it outside the house? Auntie, bros,
Thank
because you
you.
love the woman, you will throw it outside the room, oh, because what happened?
Straight up.
It doesn't matter how
Straight up.
expensive it is, you will throw it outside the room. So
Madam has spoken.
exactly. So after this, get Nafdac close to yourself, register your business, get Nafdac to yourself, let them determine what they want, tell them what you want, tell them you are starting very small. We'll go into that discussion later about how you can start with Nafdac and everything. So let's continue. I've tried now with all those 3 points.
Awesome. So, you see this conversation. In fact, I would like to add a couple of things. Cattle Foods, you're welcome. I would like to add a couple of things to this conversation, right? First thing, first thing first, bro. I want to emphasize name. I want to emphasize name. Guys, see, I know most of us like the CAC thing. Awesome. After you have done CAC, go and trademark your name.
Important.
Don't let them do to you what they do to Obi Kobana. And tomorrow you have spent money, you have done market activation, you have spent money everywhere, and somebody just go and trademark the name and starts dragging the company with you. Because the person who has trademarked a particular name has the right to that name,
Exactly.
especially if they now use your brand asset. They use your logo, they use your brand colors, they use your brand font and everything. So do your CAC and get your business name. Guess what? Your business name can be different from your brand name.
Exactly.
So you can decide to say that this product is Alfred, but it is manufactured by Jerry Toby. Simple. Simple, but everybody will just know the product as Alfred. That is very important if you are thinking about going into the processing industry. So you
Exactly.
need to take note of that very well. The second thing I want to emphasize is this, and I want to show people the possibility that everything starts local. We're talking about a global market, right? So let us call it global, from local to global, right? Spaghetti today is some people's traditional or native food. Spaghetti that we are eating, it is local or traditional to some people. All the English diet that we want to have, it is native to some people, right?
Exactly.
Some of us here in our village, in the lungu that we have, Kumi, welcome. In the lungu that we have, guess what? We have a particular food that is medicinal. We have a particular food that is very, very good. Go and look for how you can standardize that food and then put it into usable format and sell it to the world.
Yeah,
It's as simple as ABC,
exactly.
right? So I've emphasized two things now. Don't be running up and down to look for one grand idea that you want to start processing. Look at your village, look at your lungu. You see that pupuru that they are producing there, go and look for how to standardize it and trademark it and sell it.
Boss,
You see any black
let me bust your head quickly. Do you know that our bitter leaf that is at the back of our
yeah,
house, somebody in the US has decided to package it as bitter tonic and package it as a tonic in how do they call this histamine? You know the way histamine is?
yeah.
Histamine is blood
I
tonic.
think that
Do you know what
yeah.
he now said? He now said the ingredient is African bitters.
Wahala. Hey God, this is what my dad, my late dad used to drink this thing. In fact, we used to say that this thing gives blood, it gives this, it gives that because of that
It is
after
a
bitter
cure for
taste.
cancer. It is a cure
Omo,
for cancer.
hey, voila.
Oh, you never hear
Global, guys.
anything.
Year update. Oh. This is free update. Year
Let me give
update.
you another gist.
Global. Your
Let me give you
local
another
thing
gist.
that you have.
Let me give you another gist. You see your sweet potato.
Yes.
If you don't know that the demand for sweet potato is getting high, you are using it to do only what you use and do is fried sweet potato or dukun chips, all of them. Do you know that
Or to
sweet
do cheese.
potato
Yeah,
is
that's
one
what
of
we
the
do.
best points for ethanol?
Oh wow.
Is as in comparison with cassava, they prefer to use it because it's faster in processing ethanol than cassava.
Right.
That's another
And
value
this is
addition.
something that we have crazily in the Niger Delta. Crazily.
It's everywhere in Nigeria. Everywhere in Nigeria. Let me give you another gist quickly. Do you know something today? I've been wondering our yam. One day, I've been thinking about this thing. I don't know that somebody has even started it. I've been saying this yam. I'm okay. Personally for me now. Personally for me, I've always seen that I don't like cutting yam, like slicing yam. I'm always, but I like it. Pounded yam is my best food. But do you know that
Right.
apart from pounded yam, somebody has decided to do cooked yam and package it. Package it that you can eat it in the next 10 years. In the next 10 months.
Hmm.
Let me give
Smart. Super smart.
let me give you one gist. I think I'll bust the bubble with this one finish. I want to ask you, Alfred,
Yeah.
if you cook beans today, beans, your beans, nah? You know beans now?
Yeah.
Beans and Jordan
Yeah.
beans or beans and gari.
Yeah.
Your beans, if you cook it today, can you continue it till month in 4 days time?
What this time? No, not at all. You will sleep in the toilet. Oh.
Okay.
If
Let
you
me give
cook
you a gist.
if you cook, sorry,
Yeah, if you cook it, you say, oh, now to hear you speak.
I said if you cook beans now and you now leave it for 4 days before you consume it, you will end up in toilet.
Oh, do you know I have a beans presently now. Somebody added value to the beans. Same beans we are eating, cooked beans. So he
Yeah.
cooked the beans in May. Oh, let me tell you what I did. I cooked the beans in May 13th, and I ate it day before yesterday.
Right. See, I don't know if it was the both of us that spoke about this beans things earlier when we spoke on WhatsApp call. You see this beans thing? I had this thing in mind in school. I never did any research about it, but I had it in mind in
Or
school
somebody is doing
that you can cook beans, you can pre-cook beans and then package it and have people buy that pre-cooked beans and just cook it like Indomie. Your beans is ready.
Alfred, let me bust your head. You are still saying pre-cook. I said this means is cooked with red oil and everything without preservative.
Already.
Cook.
It is
You
made
will just
thing.
you just put it in hot water if you want to warm it. If you want to eat it cold, you eat it like that. Just put it in hot water and in the next 5 10 minutes is ready.
Hello.
People, so value addition is not just about saying doing tips. What value addition is just add value, let something be interesting about what you are doing. I told you your vegetable you are doing in your house, do you know you can make money than just selling it to the market? Do you know if you cut that vegetable, so pick that ewedu for people and just put it inside nylon, you are adding value. You know that
Yeah.
ewedu, do you know if you grind it and you package it into small bottles and know how to preserve it and sell it to people and say have this organic vegetable farmed at my backyard, do you know how much you will make? Do you know how many people you will employ if you expand?
Yeah.
So it's there are a number of things. See, I wonder again, I tell people, I say value addition. Do you know our what are they calling this thing? Shea butter. The best people are doing to it is just to put it inside plastic and this thing. Hey, have you read about the benefit of shea butter? Let me bust your head finish to round up. I think I've been talking too much. I want you to talk. Uh, okra, okra. Best thing anybody knows how to use okra to do is to do okra soup. My brother,
Yeah.
okra is one of the
Which I
best things.
love.
Which you love, huh?
Which I
Okra,
love.
okra. You can add value to okra by becoming the best by converting it. Just adding few things on one. Okra can be used for paper production. Just continue with you.
Paper
Paper,
production.
your paper that you're using to
Yeah.
write. One of the best
Yes.
way of doing it, using producing it except from wood. Okra food is one of the way they used to. I will say that
Yeah.
I will give that gift later. Just continue, please.
Free update, free update, free update. All right, so let me drop some more updates for you guys. Today is value addition day. Now, if you are new to the value addition space, there is an institute, a research institute that has worked on different products: catfish, vegetable oil, beans flour, and all of those things. All those research have already been done. They have a prototype for it, right? You are an investor, you are looking for how to commercialize those type of products that have commercial value, and somebody have already developed a prototype. Go and work with NISPRI, Nigerian Institute for Stored Produce, no, Nigerian Stored Produce Research Institute, NISPRI. Go to NISPRI. I've been there before. They have their own type of smoking clean. They have their own technology
Mm.
that they have created, and they have a lot of research that they have done. If you go to some of our zoos, some of our monumental centers, these guys are the people who preserve some of those equipments that are spanning over 50 years, over 100 years, right? They know how to add organic preservative or organic materials that can degrade, that is eco-friendly. They have different type of technologies that you can use or leverage on to develop your own product.
Mm.
So that's another free update.
Free
Should I add
update.
another one?
Please drop.
Should I add
Please
another
drop.
one?
Please
Free
drop.
update. Free update on value addition. When you want to do value addition, something must come into your mind. You are developing a product. Now, mind you, a product is something that must come out at the same quantity, the same quality every single time. That's why you see that when some companies produce a bad product, they will recall the product because that product has fallen below standard, right? So there's what we call quality assurance, quality control. I did that course in NYSC. That was what I did. before I even, okay, I was working in a fish farm at the time as a fish farm manager, right? At the time. But I did that course when I was in NYSC because I knew I wanted to toe this path, right? So you must understand that anything you are doing, focus on standardizing it and bringing out quality assurance, quality control. That product must be the same height, the same width, the same size, the same weight at every single time. The ingredient itself, if you are very particular about the active ingredient, if it is 12% crude protein, that's what you must have there every single time. If it is
Exactly.
15% crude protein or crude fiber, that's what you must have there every time. So you need to have a small laboratory in that your factory that is testing your raw materials or ingredients, so that when you put it out, the nutritional value that you have promised people, they will get it every single time that they order your product. So this is another free update for you if you are thinking about value addition. So tell us about your visit to Nafdac. Give us more updates. Over to
Yeah.
you.
So realizing the fact that we need to bring in Nafdac, SOM came the other day, told us how friendly they are to us, and SOM said, okay, we need to do this, we need to do this, and this, and there's even a lower level. Let me give you free updates. There is an opportunity for your products to scale. If you want to sell your products in supermarket now, they'll be asking you for SON, man cap, and the rest. There is a